I am so excited because this is my first video. I have already lost.
Hey you. So I am so excited because I love including you all on any journey that I take. So I have lost doing low carb, low sugar. I'm kind of at a stall right now, so I'm going to try some different things. And I wanted to include you all on some different things I want to try to see what's going to work, what's not going to work, just so I can see how I can kind of tweak my lifestyle. Notice I said lifestyle, not diet. And also just to kind of figure out what maybe, try to see if there are certain things that I'm eating that are just not responding well with my body. Not really sure. But anyway, so I just wanted to include you all. We're going to include you all on our dinner tonight. And my big girl's going to help us cook. Say hey.
Hey.
And check out my new t-shirts. My goal is to live. Yes. So I'll talk to you guys about my t-shirts a little bit later. So come on, let's go. Let's get right. So let's get right.
Let's get right.
Just see what's going on. So I'm actually excited because I've been asked if I was pregnant and things like that because I did lose weight, and everybody knows that I still exercise. Like I still walk a lot and everything like that. So some of the recommendations that I had, even though I should be getting results in like 2 weeks or a week, is what I'm going to be trying. And that is no dairy, no grains, and I forgot what the other thing is, low carb, and of course no sugar. So that's what I'm going to try. So I will say that on the low carb, like keto diet, I did have a lot of dairy. Good morning. So I want to try to get straight to the point as far as the health and wellness section on this page. So I started my journey 2018, if I'm not mistaken. I'll fix it later if that's not right. So 2 years ago, and just so excited. I had already had all my kids. I have 3 kids, and so just trying to get back on track. And in the midst of all of that, I lost my little brother, who was 32, to heart failure and kidney failure. Devastating. And we're still trying to process that and, go through counseling and all of that. So, of course, me having such great success on my journey, I think I lost like 50 pounds. No, I think it was more like 40, around 40 pounds. It was amazing. I did a lot of low carb and keto to lose that weight. And then I gained 20 pounds, and what was confusing to me is I was still exercising, I was still eating low. I couldn't figure out what I was doing wrong. And so, long story short, I started going to the doctor. We started doing testing, and they would say, well, according to this reading, this is what's going on. And I was like, well, I'm not eating like that. I'm not eating. So it just didn't make sense. And so, long story short, I ended up having to go through all of these different testing just because of what was going on in my body. I was actually experiencing pain. It was just so many different things that I was going through. So I got tested for like cancer because my mom and my grandmother had breast cancer. And so my mom had breast and ovarian cancer. And just because of some of the symptoms and just the things that I was going through, we had to go through all of that. Those results came out great. So I am so grateful for that. One thing that I want to share is that I started my journey 2 years ago. And I started a YouTube channel. It was Keto Cassandra. I'll be very honest with you, and I've said that over and over again. I don't know what I did. I can't get back into it. So I have this page, which I like, because everything won't be about my diet on this or my lifestyle journey on this page. It'll be about other things. It'll be about you and encouraging you as well. So one thing that I noticed was during my journey, there were people that I followed and they stopped making videos. They stopped posting. And I get it. If you need to take a mental health break, I understand that you need to do what you need to do. But I remember thinking, so like, what am I supposed to do right now? I told my husband I was so frustrated and confused because I was still teaching. my Zumba class. I was still walking. I was still trying to eat right. And my stomach, like everything was just swelling and I was in pain. And it was just very frustrating and scary, waiting for all these different tests and things like that. And I had to just keep going. But a lot of people that I was following, they stopped recording. I don't know what was going on. But that's one thing that I want to apologize for is I wish I would have kept going and just explained that I don't know what's going on. And I think that sometimes we like people just to see us in our in just the victory, like, look at me, I've lost weight, da da da. But what about when you can't explain it? And for me, it's about helping somebody else. And I wish that's the only thing that I wish I would have done is just be honest and say, hey, I am still working out, I'm still eating this way, but I don't really know what's going on, because I believe that it could have helped somebody or someone could have helped me. Long story short, I had PCOS before I had my babies, and basically it came back. And one thing that I was told about PCOS, and you can look it up, PCOS is that it can cause weight gain. Do you know how frustrating that can be when you're doing your best? The other thing that I had to do was just do some research and maybe change some things. And honestly, I've learned that sometimes your body just needs a break. So I'm doing a lot of things. A lot of things that I'm doing are still the same with just a few changes, which I will eventually share exactly everything that I'm doing. And you can leave in the comments some suggestions if you want, but just know I'm gonna do, what I feel is best. But I will at least consider what it is that you're saying. But I just want to encourage you not to give up, even when you cannot explain what's going on. Even if you make a mistake, don't stop walking, don't stop running, don't stop working out. The doctor even said that they felt like it was stress, and I'm sure it was. My husband became a pastor, like literally the Sunday before, like the pandemic, like everything shut down, and literally he became a pastor. So in the midst of all of that, we also have children. I'm a full-time student, now full-time employee. So yeah, I'm sure that's could have triggered all of that. And so now I'm working on different ways to relieve stress naturally, and even trying to teach my children, which is not easy, but we'll talk about that later. So I'm so excited that you decided to come back, and I am going to do everything that I can to be consistent and to be honest. And if I don't lose weight this month or whatever, just explaining what's going on, and even maybe sharing some of the different things that, the doctors shared with me. Because my thing, if anything was to happen to me, I would love for someone to find this video and to be encouraged to keep moving and to not stop, even if they have to take a break. So subscribe to this channel if you are interested. If you're not, keep it moving. But I really, really hope that if this is something that you're interested in, that you will subscribe. All right, let's go. So I'm trying to edit my videos and walk at the same time. And I wanted to make sure that I said it's low dairy, low carb, and low sugar. I did do no dairy for a month, but now I'm doing low dairy, low carb, low sugar. And I'll share my eating window and what I'm doing for exercise right now is later. But I wanted to make sure that I also added this in this same video, so that it's clear. Low dairy, low carb, and low sugar is what I'm doing. All right, let's go.